A stop loss doesn't, oh man, this is about to be good, and people are not gonna like when I say this. And it's not talking bad about a stop loss. Watch this. A stop loss doesn't decrease the risk. The risk or lack thereof is based on how much money is in the trade. That's the risk, not the stop loss. The risk is based on how much money is in the trade. That's on how big your risk is or how small your risk is, not the stop loss. And I know that go against conventional wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been trained to say, man, if I put a stop loss here, I've minimized my risk. Well, not true, right? The risk is based on how much is in the trade. Because watch this. If I got 100,000 in a trade, that's what's at risk. One way or another, right? But if I got 10,000 in a trade, that's what's at risk. That's how you manage it. So how much of this am I willing to lose? So what's that? The stop loss isn't managing the risk. I mean, the stop loss isn't the risk. It's how you manage the risk. And what's at stake is how much you got in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's at risk. So for me, it's, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm keep 100% real with y'all. Man, I was down 97% on an AMAT play. Bro, I'm going to tell y'all something. The AMAT play, 100%, I'm going to be real with you. And I don't want to speak to it. It's probably one of the coldest things I ever did. The way we did that play. The way we did that play and the way it bounced back for us, it's probably one of the coldest things that God has given me the vision to see. And I'm so grateful for it. And let me tell you why. We was in this AMAT play and we was getting cooked with it. Right? We was getting cooked in this goddamn AMAT play. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And then, but I just kept watching it. And so I'm looking at the premium. So if you don't know about the market, the premium is what you really gotta watch, not the stock price. Because the stock price can be up, but the premium not moving, then it is what it is. So you really gotta watch that premium. You feel me? So I noticed, I said, damn, we paid $14 for this joker. Then I looked at the premium, I said, wait, the premium on this thing, $2. I'm like, all right, let me do the math right quick. I said, we got the rate cut coming. We know they're gonna cut rates. We know what that's gonna do with the market. As long as he don't cut rates, we all right. Then I seen one day like it popped like $2. I said, all right, this joker popped $2 a day. All right. And I looked at the chart and I said, well, damn, it is a little bit above this 20 day. It's not a lot, but a little bit. Looked at the premium, I said, all right. And this is my first average down all year. I said, man, if I average down, I can probably get this thing at least about $7. So I put in 50 contracts. Because again, it's only $2. Right? It's $2. So I'm like, all right, that's $2. Well, $2, if it's $2, it's 100 contracts. Shit, that ain't that much. I can. All right. I said, well, let me see. Let me see what 100 look like. So I put 100. I said, all right, shit, that ain't nothing. And so I bought it. And I wanted to see, because I was going to buy more to get it to $8. That's what I wanted to get it to. Man, you can ask Sean, man. I bought the 100 contracts, and that sucker went from $14 to $6. I said, Sean, we got it. I said, I got him. I said, I got the ass, Sean. He said, what you mean? I said, we paid $14 for this. I said, we paid $14 for this. The premium right now is $2. I just bought 100 contracts, and they brought us all the way down to $6. I said, Sean, I got the ass. I got the ass. So I went in a group, and I did it at like 3:45. So I went in a group and I said, hey y'all, here's what I just did. I bought 100 contracts. Man, yeah, gotta have 6 hustles. $2, bro, from 4. I promise you, no lie. We was down like 95% on that play. And I had it to December. And they kept saying, man, Trap, we should sell it. We should sell it. Man, we should sell it, Trap. What we doing with AMAT? We should sell it. I'm like, nah, just let me see. So we had 90 days left on it. Again, it's September, October, November, December. I'm like, yo, we still got 90 days on this, bro. I'm like, man, let me see. So I saw that premium down. And I said, all right, bet. I went in a group and I said, it was like 350. I said, hey, y'all, look, this is what I just did with the AMAT play, y'all. right? This is what I just did. It's because I'm always looking for a way. Like, quitting is not my, like, there's a way. You just gotta have a, that's the thing about the market, right? Like, if, and I'm not just saying this because we did it. Like, you gotta have a vision to not, because here's the thing what the market would do you, and I told y'all something earlier. If you're scared to lose some money, you can't think straight. If you're scared to lose some money, you can't think straight, right? So you gotta be willing to say, all right, let me take my fear, or me being upset, my emotions, let me sit that shit on the side. Let me just sit it on the side. You gotta be able to do that, y'all. You gotta be willing to say, am I making this play based on freaking emotion? Because if I am, I gotta step back for a minute and sit that shit on the side. Right? You gotta be willing to say, hey, I'm making this decision based on emotion. I gotta sit that shit on the side so I can make a right decision. You know what I'm saying? And until you're able to sit it on the side, you shouldn't press no button, because anytime you press a button, there's an emotion coming. Whether you press sell, whether you press buy, anytime you press a button, there's a fear or a greed emotion. And I'm not telling you to get away from the emotion. I'm saying you got to be willing to get in the middle, in the gray area, where you're not making the play based off the emotion. You're making the play based off what you see. And I said something on Trapping 2 the other night that I want people to understand. I said, trade what you see, not what you feel. And people was like, damn, Trap. Right? Listen, trade what you see, not what you feel, because what you feel can definitely mislead you. Man, what you feel can definitely mislead you, man. What you think about XRP? I like Bitcoin and I like Ethereum. I think I probably had like $5,000 in XRP since 2018, 19. I don't think nothing about it. I'm a stock person. And so, yeah, man, we got in that play with AMAT. And, man, listen to me. The next day, that joker jumped $4. I was like, yo, this thing up $17,000. We had got back $7. Now, mind you, watch this, yo. I was down $69,000 on this play. So some people say, Trap, what's the next leap? Locked in. So you got to remember, a leap is 10 to 12 months out. We only got a couple leaps that we've done this year. We've been doing 4, 5, 6 month plays. So we're not really in leaps, we're just in long extended swings. And so, man, it dumped 40, we was down $69,000 on that play. The next day we put it in, the sucker jumped like $4. Right the next day after that, that was Wednesday. Thursday, today, that joker jumped $10. Man, we took the green on that play. I'm up 12, 13,000 on that play, all from averaging down at the right time. Like seeing how much, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of things, the thing about averaging down is critical because, like, if the play is only down, like, if the premium is only different between like $3, $4, you're not gonna really see it. So you gotta kind of like be like, damn, this bitch down. Like that premium, like I wanted to go, like I'll give you an instance, our United Healthcare play. I think when we got it, it was like $24 or something like that. So you're not going to invest in altcoin. I'm not a crypto person like that. You're on the wrong page, fam. You're on the wrong page, fam. I'm not a crypto person like that. I don't know nothing about crypto other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, fam. It's not that page. It's not that page. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just that average down really, like, yeah, it kind of like changed the game. Damn, there's something happened up here. So yeah, man, that was a huge difference. That was a huge. I think that was one of the most crucial plays that we made. Yeah. Patreon in this mug. Anybody on the Patreon want to definitely tap in, talk about your experience on the Patreon, talk about what you learned, what the group feel like to you, where you was at in the options market before the Patreon. Because I don't even want people to think it's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't be wanting people to think it's just me. I be wanting people to know there's other people outside of me that's getting to it. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Patreon would love it, man. Okay, I'm about to send somebody in right here. My talk to me family. All right, talk to me family. Was good.
My
What's
guy,
happening,
what up, though?
man? What's happening with your brother?
You done caught your baby at work with it, man. We trapping still, though.
Let's go. Let's
You
go.
feel
Let's
me?
go. All right,
I'm
man.
on it.
Listen. Talk to
Mm.
us right quick. Tell us how you feel, man. How long you been in the Patreon?
Man, I've been in the Patreon since about May, right around tariff time.
All right. All right. What's your
And,
experience been like?
man, as soon as I got in, bro, so I've been studying and following your content since like 2020. But, man, the first time I got in the Patreon, dog, it actually opened my eyes seeing all these other people winning. Like posting
Mm-hmm.
their games every day, every week. It low key built my confidence to actually get in the play
Mm.
for real. You feel me? So it was
Mm-hmm.
heavy for me just seeing other people actually doing their thing and being confident as well.
Mm.
Also, I had a restriction almost like in my mind, like it felt like I was scared of putting down $1,000. I was scared of
Mm.
losing. I'm seeing everybody else playing with 10, playing with 20. They hitting 400 in a day. So that really opened my eyes up, bro.
Mm.
And a whole nother ball game, you know.
That's
But
big.
man, it's
So,
heavy though. It's
so you
heavy.
saying that opened you up to
No cap.
what's your if you don't mind sharing like a percentage wise? You don't got to say the dollar amount. Like,
Man, I give you percent. Man, I'm up about 190% on the year now. And I just started my first trade May 23rd, fam.
dang,
May 23rd, dog. Like it's crazy, but now I'm teaching folks on the options. I'm putting my family on, I'm doing my little thug around, but it's heavy, bro.
man, I
It changed
appreciate
my
that,
life. You
man.
already know I just show love, I had to tap in with you.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, brother. I know you at work, man. I
For
don't want you
sure.
to get in no trouble, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, boss.
For sure, fam.
Oh
Love.
man, that's good. First trade in May, June, July, August, September. We 4 months in. He's like, yo, 190% on the trade. That's almost double flip on his bread. So that's gangster. That's gangster. That's gangster.